parents' will is tongue here one. Insufficient video. Your support. Even daily deliveries to him are simply the reason they will give you. Can there be any end? The daughter will only be able to breathe from an early age. The ethos of evolution, Ben. You think you'll stay in this grand observation all your life? Have you given it much thought? La. Huang Jie. Discouraged. And these airflows are all from constant. Under. Options for managing water resources should not be considered as adapters in this context. Not a single one of them. I'm sorry. Right in the car. Despite my exhaustive efforts, I couldn't manage to park and exit. Seeing that a massive large airflow is making a noise, this is a punishment effort. We have to clear this sign. Roughly hot, man. She couldn't quarrel anymore. After running home, she counted on the crazy line that walked out of the side, and in the next second. Yes, so don't rush away the drag. Some apply through the wind, as if there is evolution to protect it, so it is. Dare not. Malad's wife left after hard work, watching the poisonous wife Zhang Index die. They are all powerful. Upper Moor and Luo. Chongton finally. It will be... If you feel awkward, abandon them. I'm eager for him to inquire about me, but he remains here. Talent, strengths... What's more, the later people came to the balcony and looked at their terrible tasks, but they said nothing. But that's not yet. Is the last. Clap. The purpose of men climbing up is reversed. Young glance once, capturing the entire scene in just that instant. Let's get started, shall we? Even without using electricity, it still functions. Follow. No. Tonight, so prepare to go to Liuxia TV for the first time. Eventually, I visited Liu Doho, but had to get a new TV. A trip back and forth costs 10. Many minutes. You personally can't do it at all. This is a max. There is a big home downstairs, medium and long. He decided to comfort his generation. Set the performance. Water pipes. Look down and climb up. Just to continue, no. The time for US stocks will come. New York, my wife helped me open a warehouse in the back office. After the battle, everyone searched and saw a few of them at the airport. No one stepped up. Found positive. The style can't take it out. Now is the critical moment to take a deep breath and lose, because for yourself may also be big. I also carry an oxygen cylinder with me on weekdays. Nanyang Bank's flashlight output collector is here. I've looked through the movie in hundreds of houses but couldn't find it. Just as the Southerners are about to. Finally, this corner came to find oxygen, and the bottle cut it and didn't dare to forget it. Shanwei finally has the last thought. Of course. Come on to the truth. He filled the extra oxygen bottle. Come out while leaving, hear me. Even when there is a good place, the man rises from high water, opens the door by himself, and finally, only since, it turned out to be these puppies, but strangely, the puppies didn't dare. It's rare, but you will soon see people getting dirty. Because of the negative energy in the room, your dog mother stayed away. She came home successfully with her daughter's battery. And bring some life for. Find more batteries, don't use them. Then he came down the road again. Crazy line, just no. Small. Observe the group shopping as they watch men being interviewed unintentionally. Moneyless oxygen to go. Then he really collected a lot of unused. The television delayed for a while, just as the victim was about to leave. He got up well and walked everywhere. Between has been huge. The team didn't get it until the men came forward. It turned out that they were absolute pie. On the first, it's crazy to talk about the long term. The big one is taking out a full 7 flat. Someone might be able to identify for his home. People versus like this. It's a man, do it after everything. The object requests relatively peaceful in the sick field with a set of equipment. Despite being pricier than 5, the final object still need to give a good cross. Waiting for the array, people found that the height was still gradually rising, so they continued to stay looking for him. We must carry. Following there, put on space support. Out of the race. The bar he was too empty far away, in the center of the laboratory, but it's an absolute delusion. Too empty. To bring parents to the center, you need potential because they compare to friends. Did I have a flip with him in the past, or did my parents? Directed towards your son. Beg them. Think, now this situation, they have no medical treatment. Aren't the children who helped the enemy belong to Moss? What? But in the end, I still need to see. For a moment, but strangely, there was no one in the child when they came to it. Because of the popularity, there was no incident. Thank you for leaving quickly when they arrived. Timing, you found 2. Father. After holding it, 2 boxes. Hey, Zame, watch the scouts. There's people specialize. The Door family. Why did Ting still carry Chen Zhong's Typhon when he came here? Fool! They walk all the way to the left and stop the scum. Will they come? Enough to sing. Arrived. Guangzhou's market value remains constant, with an increase of 2 more individuals, just as expected. Because you are aware that he continued to cry heavily. 4. Think for yourself. Oxygen ladder. During this prolonged flight, the oxygen supply didn't reach his seat. He endured it until 7 o'clock, which made it quite tough for him on the right side. Dragging the suitcase. I'm afraid to go. Riverstone, the central axis falls. Proceed and explore further. Sign up. Between the empty stomach was imprisoned by the explosion of absorption. Fetch water and get a bad wind. Connect waves from... Having left, the man is still cutting the stain to one. I saw one dead on the rooftop. So long? One big. The learning setting is obviously someone else. Here we go. There are definitely enough in Kalinish. Man chases a gallbladder place. You still watch that he had a lot of decisions, but he didn't make any good decisions, and then cut them directly. Accurate. Prepare and tell him the direction of the proofing film. The man shows up. It's not him at all. You don't even know whether to check the customs or find the sofa for the advocate. The police also decided to wear. Don't disregard the hand injury compensation for stripping. Devices approach defensive men. It is. This side will proceed. Wait until she gets home. His beloved wife. Yes. Procrastination often occurs both at work and at home. Head out. Is the television in the cabin going to be loud and noisy? It's over again. He will meet and he will decide, please come in the morning. Watch TV and watch. Label. Force come forward woman to deal with the university, just good without hesitation. Respectful. I'm sorry, but he might be better than not. Regardless of the story, the most beautiful sun area down here is definitely heading forward. No time. With him. Songshui Jinghua window replaced. Has electricity. You. Looking at such a time, I stepped into the market, but finally went deeper, far away, as if encountered. Duogu pointed out. Raw. Goose's pancakes. The last. Leave. Aren't past how many men before finally. Wait, looking at me in front of me, he believed that it was slowly approaching, and it might be more and more difficult to get back. The ultimate courage. My wife will come down, please ask you. Watch, lying in the old Taoist, you are getting more and more gone. Is he really? For no particular reason, I eventually got there. Man, progress, you have to. Be with the other captains. But when it melts to his mouth, he can't open it empty because he doesn't want to. After messing with his wife in detail, the man finally walked to Yang. Taiwan is afraid. I'm all fucking tonight. What did Lee eat without fucking his time worth the burden of eating himself? Didn't take long for home to happen. Much. Let's just start drastically immediately here at this point. I decided to belong to Cantonese again. I like to see if I could broadcast it away. Before protecting the two old people, I laughed and shook my head. They're the showing, but it's best for him to do more maintenance and waste young people's resources. The outfit fits the boss's hand and suits the toddler's head. The path, it is the most suitable. This way, my lord. Credit to one of the most trucks for you. Found it. One of the top-tier protection feeds was exceedingly slow and glaring, so he strolled along the roadside on his way home. Not in which you can see your own illegal. The lower brain may also exist. He was holding the right, like a painting. Very opposite. His daughter in... no one. Point may have been dissatisfied before selling. Leaning against the car, it was so profoundly moving. Discussion here. Now it seems that a person is coming in the daytime, and it's true that people can't believe it. Are you playing the role of protecting the dark room this time? The primary factor is the original one. Come on now. Apparently, he previously opted for a small hot coal, which means your shopping centers are at their peak capacity. He will understand his journey in just 1 second. Swim for a year. Of. It's best to say that he's really discovered his family's body. Shen, this is Tang in Jinhua his people since. G. Daddy!